Welcome back. That's the order in this final group. Marylin, Yannick, Bonheur for France. Then Stacey, Kemp and David King. Then Zhang Dan and Zhang Hao. There was no question of them not competing here. The knee problem that she had seems to have gone away. How? Only she knows. Marcy, Hinzmann and Parchem finish off. One more message to Eurosport.com from Stravonsky, who says, why is it always the men who spot the spins? You can always hear them going, hut, hut, hut.
How do they go?
Something like that. So why is it always the men, Chris?
I think it tends to be the men because they're louder. It can be quite deafening out there when you've got the music, and certainly once the audience get into it, you need a really strong voice to carry across to your partner. It tends to be the men. It isn't always the case, though. I'm trying to, for the life of me, to think of one of the girls that calls the elements, but it does happen sometimes.
Okay. There you go. I know it's getting late now, so I don't expect we'll get many more messages in, but maybe tomorrow. Don't forget, Eurosport.com. Get into that skating section. Then you click on the forum, then you register. It's easy, believe me. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
You're here.
And then you're through to Ask Chris and Simon, and we'll be relaying the best of your messages right the way through the week. So it's the French who begin in their second World Championships. They were 13th last year in Moscow. The French who are not without success, of course. Remember Sarah Abitbol and Stéphane Bernardis in France in the year 2000. Bronze medalist there. There was real drama there. I do remember that. I think Stefan had opened his room and there was an intruder, wasn't there?
It certainly was, yeah.
And something was stolen. There's Stacey Kemp and David King.
What a moment for them. They did themselves proud at the European Championships. They'll be looking for more of the same here this evening.
11th and skating to on an Evolution blade, whatever that is. What's that, Chris?
Well, that's a blade that I designed a while ago now, and it's got a different toe rake design on each foot, designed for the toe jumps. So because the spotting angle is different for the flip and the lutz to the toe loop, it's got a different toe rake on each foot.
Zhang Dan and Zhang Hao showing some explosive talent with that split twist. Only a double, but boy, does she get carried.
Just amazing athletes, and the mental strength of these two is like nothing I've ever seen before.
And last to go will be the American number twos. The number ones did pretty well with that throw triple axel, but haven't been able to crack with the top echelons here. Marcy Hinzmann and Parchem from Bloomfield Hills in Michigan. Runners up in American Nationals, 4th in the 4th continents, 13th in the Olympics, so they didn't do too badly. He's a bright lad. He received his undergraduate degree in economics from the University of Detroit in 2003. Beautiful throw jump.
And they look really sharp. They're such a soft couple. Love their style. And we've seen tonight the second mark is absolutely crucial. Certainly with the throw triple axel, not enough to get Renee and John up into a medal position at this stage.
Just to recap, they're lying in 5th place. Not without a chance. In fact, it's pretty closely grouped, isn't it? When you think of the leaders with under 65 points, and there's Renee and John in 5th place with very nearly 61 points. So 4 points covering the top 5. Very, very exciting that's going to be. Nothing locked in. Can you remember? It's a serious question. Can you remember your first World Championships?
I can. I was terrified.
And these, I guess, were the worst moments, or probably before you actually went out onto the ice.
No, I can remember one World Championships in Hartford, Connecticut, in an arena like this, just massive. And I stood there in the middle of the rink before I'd even started, and my knees were knocking, because it was just, I'd never experienced anything like it in my life. Just unbelievable. Skated like a bowl of jelly.
But not as attractive.
No. It wasn't pretty, I can tell you.
And now they have psychologists and a team behind them. It's not quite the same as it was in your day, but still, all the mental preparation you can have in the world doesn't fully prepare you for that kind of moment, I wouldn't have thought.
No, there's all sorts of stuff now that the skaters are exposed to that really does help them get over the fear and the self-belief, and even the training methods have changed dramatically. The equipment's changed. It's almost a different sport, certainly with the new judging system now as well.
But the ice hasn't changed. It's still slippy out there.
It is slippy out there. Look at that. And a wonderful prospect for the Brits. A second to go in this final group. Just do what you do in practice. That's the key.
Easy to say.
It certainly is.
So the final four. French first, then the Brits, then the heroes, and then the Americans.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing France, Marylin.